Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a quick sketch video. It's going to be a Mojo Monday sketch. It is number 320, and I will make sure to put in the links below, the link to their Blogspot, okay? So we're going to go ahead. I've already cut my two cards, and then these are my two pieces. These are going to be from the Couture Creations paper pad that we've been using, which is the Vintage Rose Garden. And right now I'm just kind of lining it up. I made that 3 inches and then I realized, or 4 inches, excuse me, and I realized it was too wide. So I wanted it to fit exactly the 5.5 inches long, and then I think I wound up making it 2.5 inches wide. And then for these sheets, I want it mostly the solid, the pattern part, not with the detailing on the bottom. And what I'm doing is kind of on the side trying to figure out exactly what size I wanted to make the square that was going to go on top. Now for our sentiment, we're going to be doing 2 sympathy cards. And I wanted to make sure that I had it going, 1, in the right direction, and 2, that it was going to allow me to match the photo, you know what I mean? Because the white paper actually doesn't go all the way below the ribbon mark, so I just wanted to make sure that I had enough room to do my stamp and then fit the sentiment as well. And with this particular stamp set, what I always tend to do is stamp off so that my inked image that is on the actual, card front is just a little bit lighter, so that way my sentiment is, it stands out. Now the clear glass and the L-shaped piece there is another stamp positioner that I have. And that was me stamping off on the side there, and then making sure with the stamp positioner where I want my sentiment to go. Once you have it lined up, you move the one piece and then press down, and it goes exactly where you want it to go. And with doing videos at the moment, I know you can do it with the Misty tool, but for me at the moment, just grabbing that because it was right there on my desk was easier. Okay. And we used VersaFine ink for that. And we're going to go ahead and start putting it together. I'm going to grab my score buddy, and we're going to score at 5.5. Now the funny part is I just started folding that. I didn't even score it for Lord. Jumping the gun a little bit, can you say? Alright, so once I got it scored and folded over, now we're going to start putting our cards together. And I'm just using my tape runner. And I'm just leaving probably like a 1/4 inch on the left side. And then attaching our front panel there. And then for the sentiment and the decorative paper here, I'm going to get it set up, taped together, and then put it on. And right there I realized that at the bottom there was the word laugh, and I didn't even realize it, didn't even see it, but it's not going to work with the sentiment card, the sympathy card. So I go on with the green. I'm just putting tape on the back and lining up my ribbon, and then I'm going to attach this to the front of the card using foam tape. And at the end of the video, I will show you what I do as far as the sentiment on the inside. I've been watching Amy R for a very long time, and she always finishes off her inside of her cards. And sometimes I do with pattern paper, but generally, even if you don't see it on screen, there's usually always a sentiment put in later on. Alright, so we're just going to trim down the rest of this ribbon, and we're going to grab a glue dot, which is in the drawer next to me, and go ahead and attach our ribbon. And the card is done there. So here, I was going to pull it off, but it actually stuck really well. So I was trying to figure out, what should I do? Should I, you know, do a new piece, put something over it? Like, how was I going to cover this word, you know, laugh? And I realized it's going to take me just a second to get this lined up. But once everything is even and straight, what I realize is if I just shift the focal piece down, it covers up the word, and I don't have to change up the card, and it still looks, you know, it still looks good. So we're going to take the backing off and then lay it down. And then once again make the bow. And I always make my bow, I try to just tie the bow. I don't care if it's ugly or if it's perfect. I just make the bow and then I fuss with it. So I keep pulling it, tightening it, you know, playing with it until it looks exactly the way, or it's laying the way that I like. And then once the bow is looking good, I'll trim down the excess and take a glue dot and put her down. To me, it just makes it look neater. And you could have done that with a knot too if you didn't want to do a bow. Knots are really easy to do. I can show you guys how to do those on another video. Alright, so there's the matching photo. And as we go through at the end here, you're going to see each of the cards, and then like I said, I'm also going to show you what I did for the inside. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We are at 289 subscribers, and like I've said before, once we get to 300, we will be having a giveaway. So please keep sharing, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys with our next video.